Every strength has a weakness, and every weakness has a strength. To give you an example of every strength has a weakness and every weakness has a strength, my greatest strength is my creativity. I can think of and come up with so many different ideas. It's also a weakness because when I am so focused and creative, I get really messy and things get everywhere and I forget to put things away. I have so many ideas that I will start more projects than finish them. And that's never a good thing. If you can't finish a project, then you're not successful in life, right? I've done my absolute best knowing when to be creative and when to be focused and organized, and knowing the balance between the two. And now, how do you apply this in your other relationships in your life? I've always had people tell me to make a list of all the traits that I'd like in my future spouse. I think that's a really good idea, although I think it's half the picture. If you're going to write down all the strengths and skill sets that you want in your future spouse, you should probably research what the weaknesses behind those strengths would be as well, and ask yourself, are you willing to be patient with those weaknesses? So I'll give you 5 examples of skills and strengths that I would like in a future spouse and what the weaknesses could be behind them. I really would like her to be creative. And like I said, I'm creative, so there's a weakness there of she's probably going to be really messy, and she'll probably have more projects running than she has time to finish them. Number 2 is I want her to be adventurous, like being able to take chances and just go out there and be like rock climbing. Rock climbing is a good indicator of someone who's adventurous. And the weakness of someone being adventurous is they're not all that stable. They may not be all that dependable either, because they're gonna take chances. They're gonna be basically running on the seat of their pants half the time, if that makes any sense. Number 3, I want her to be an extrovert, someone who loves talking to people. Now, the weakness of someone who is an extrovert is they don't listen very well. Number 4, I would like her to be spiritual, someone who takes the time to meditate and to reflect on life and have kind of a deeper sense of purpose. Weakness behind that is sometimes people who are spiritual, they will second guess the facts before they'll second guess their beliefs. 5, I want her to be ambitious, someone who's just ready to get things done and doesn't stop until she accomplishes whatever she's going towards. A lot of ambitious people, they're not all that caring. They can be rude and blunt. If they recognize this as their weakness, they can also make it a strength. Someone who is creative can also be organized, but it's something that they have to develop, because one of these skills comes naturally and the other one has to be developed. As you grow both sides, you become even more potent in your ability to perform. I need to stop and ask myself, are these weaknesses something that I can put up with? For a while, I always thought, man, I do not want to be in a relationship with someone who is messy, because I do not like that. I have worked so hard myself to be organized, to overcome that weakness in myself. And I would like the person that I'm in a relationship with to also be organized. But I have to take a step back. Okay, maybe she hasn't developed that skill, but she is really creative. Am I okay with being patient with that weakness? Am I okay with her being ambitious and not really caring what I think, or taking the time to show that she cares for me? Those are questions that I need to ask. and need to prepare for if I do find someone who has all these skill sets, and understand that, okay, so these may be her skill sets, then that means she also potentially has these weaknesses, and I need to complement her by being patient with her in those areas and making sure that she has opportunities to grow in those areas as well. That's my thought for today. Hope that helps you guys. Please leave a comment below on what strengths do you have and what weaknesses does that mean you have as well. And thanks for watching, guys. Please subscribe, and I look forward to sharing more thoughts with you again. Cheers.